Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are back after a long hiatus and I'm so excited. I have a beautiful model here with us today and we're going to be doing her makeup. So we are going to be doing sort of like a natural glam look. So we're going to be doing something really pretty, but it's very, very wearable for every day. So we're going to start with the eyes. We have the brows done and the lids primed. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So one thing I really love to do to really softly kind of open up the eyes and bring a little intensity is to add a slight highlight underneath the brows. I feel like it lifts things, it makes it look bright. So we are going to be doing just sort of a lighter color under there. And this is by MAC. I think this is vanilla, and this is just a classic color. It looks good on everybody. It has a slight bit of pink in it, so it's brightening. So I like to just pop that right under the arch. So anything that is a light color is gonna come forward and anything dark is gonna recede. So we're essentially just gonna be playing with shadows today on cute Carly's face. So we're gonna be doing a little contouring after that. Do your lids get oily?
Not really. And I don't use a primer or anything.
You don't? I used a concealer on you today too, but they look like they're slightly creasing, so I wondered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I didn't set it very well, so we'll go ahead and set it with powder.
Okay. Maybe I don't do eyeshadow enough to know.
No, you're totally good. For years and years I used primer and I was all about it, but it's kind of heavy. Like, I don't know if you've ever tried it. It feels like sort of thick.
Mm-hmm.
And so I
think green.
Yeah, green with like gold flecks. I'm like, oh, we could do bronze or we could do you ever do purples?
No.
We won't do purples today, but they'd be so pretty.
You can if you want to.
We'll do bronzes.
Okay.
So this is called Texture. This is by MAC, and this is such an awesome color. It really looks just like a bronzer that you would put on your face. It has sort of that very wearable golden color, and we're just gonna swirl it all on the outside of her crease color. Okay, so one of my tips for like everyday makeup is I love to just use like warm bronzy neutrals. Like, have a palette in your bag that you know is gonna flatter all of your features, all your skin tone, but that's gonna match every outfit too. Like, I don't know about you, but have you ever done like a makeup look on yourself where it's like, oh, I'm gonna do pink today or something, and then you go to get dressed and you're like, gosh dang it, now I have to find now to match my makeup. It's like awesome, but kind of the worst, because I always do my makeup first and then get dressed. So if I go for like a look, I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have time to you just want to throw on like your everyday thing.
Yes.
So my number one tip for like an everyday look is like, pick something neutral. Like, if we're getting ready for something but we don't want to spend forever, like, go with safe colors. You will thank yourself when you have to throw on an outfit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just a really large dome brush. These are awesome. These really big fluffy brushes are so good to just quickly diffuse color. I'm taking this shade. I'm going to hold it up by Carly's face. So see how it's just like the prettiest bronze? It is the perfect color. And so we're just swirling this all on the outside corner. I like to wing it out. Carly has a good amount of lid space. Like, when her eyes are open, you see a good amount of her lid, which is fun. You can play with different looks that way. So we're gonna bring it up kind of high. So right under that highlight, this is where we're gonna apply the color. And I like to bring it in this area as well. Sometimes if this part of the eye is too light, it doesn't, like, the eyes don't look properly defined. They look a little washed out per se. So we're gonna get some color on there too. Are you a shimmer or a matte girl with your shadows?
I like a little bit of shimmer.
Me too. I've been doing a lot more mattes lately.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like mattes are very like LA Kardashian. Like, everyone's doing that very sculpted like matte look, and I like it, but I think my heart loves the shimmers.
Yeah, I like some shimmer.
Let's see what we end up doing on you today. Do you wear well, like, what's your go-to for your eyes? Do you just do like soft, or do you like to smoke it out and go for it?
I do soft because I don't know how to do anything else. Like, I'll try, but usually it ends up all looking the same. So my everyday is pretty much just mascara on my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sometimes put a little liner or even do it with like a little bit of shadow, but not very often. Usually mascara.
Mascara's the best. I feel like if you have your lashes done, like you're good.
Yeah.
Like if you curl, do you use a curler?
Yes.
I'm obsessed with curlers. Which brand do you use?
It's Sally Hansen. I got it so long ago, and it's just held up.
That's
So
amazing.
nothing fancy.
I feel like they last a while though, and you can tell if it's a good one. Like that's
Yes.
probably a great one if you've been using that long and you love it.
Yeah, for a long time.
That's a good tip. Okay, I switched palettes. We're just staying in this brown toned family. So this is the Tati palette, and this is the row is called Soothe. And so they're just all these kind of medium brown colors. So we're just gonna define her crease. So we're really playing up the gold flecks in her eyes. This is more of a warmer brown. I love to ask my models what like their day-to-day makeup is, and most people kind of say what you say, like for sure mascara, yeah, and then they love like the neutral colors. And I feel like everyone's like shy when they say that, like, oh, I just do neutrals, but that's like what I do. But like it works, like that's what makes people look really pretty. Like the colors and stuff are so fun, but there's just something about like you're probably using the perfect shades for you.
Yeah, I feel like you get to know your skin tone.
Yeah,
Like I can't, maybe because I just don't know how, but colors on me, I'm like, I don't know.
no, I agree. Well, if you ever want to come back, we should do purples.
Okay.
Because it'd be so pretty.
That would be so
But like,
fun.
I think purple's super wearable. It's funny when I was asking Carly, I'm like, do you care what we do? I mean, I kind of do like whatever I want, but I do, sometimes I will ask, like, is there anything you don't want? She's like, no, you can do whatever, but like, are you going to do blue? No.
Blue is a no-go.
No blue.
Purple would be fun to try, though.
Purple would be so pretty on you.
That would be fun.
I like purples. But they bring out the green like nothing. Like your eyes will look so green. Like today they're
Really?
going to look more like the golden will pop. But if you do purples, like kind of, because you almost have like a pastel. It's kind of like a minty green in some areas of your eyes. And that will look really pretty if we did purple. We've already started, so we can't.
Okay.
I love it.
I'll come back.
Okay,
do a purple.
perfect. Okay, we'll do more glam. Today we're doing natural. We'll do like all 6 shades of Carly. We'll do like natural Carly today, and then we'll do like glam Carly. Okay,
Deal.
perfect. So this can be all you do for the eyes. If you're like Carly and you're just more of a mascara girl, you can skip the liner. I feel like liner's had its moment. Like we've all loved the wings, and now we kind of like more of just the natural. Like, have you heard people say foxy eye? Like that, okay. It's like a makeup trend. So it's like Bella Hadid. It's rumored that there's been like surgeries people will get to kind of like lift this area and stuff like that, but you can do your makeup to look like that. So I've seen a lot of that more so than like the thick black wing. I feel like people are just using shadows to kind of lift the eye, and I'll show you a trick to do that. But I'm going to show you guys a trick with liner that I like to do that's like quick and easy for every day, and then we'll do some lashes on Carly today. So I like to use my micellar water, and I just take a little cotton pad, I put it on it, and then I'm going to clean up under the eye, and we're going to go ahead and lift the eye with this. So we're going to go ahead and clean up any shadow that has fallen below. Just kind of bring this upward. You're going upward towards the tail of the brow, but I don't like to go straight up. That would be like really high of an angle. I like to go like up and out. And I just sort of drag it, and that's going to lift the eyes. So that's my cheater trick. If you do eyes first, you can sort of clean it up and sculpt it. If you do face first, you have to be more careful.
I do face first.
Do you do face
Yeah,
first?
every time.
I feel like face first is faster, and if you're not wearing, you don't really wear eyeshadow, right?
Yeah.
So you're totally good. You
So
can
there's
do
no
face
fallout
first.
or anything.
Yes. I feel like if I do my eyes first, I'm like more picky. I feel like if I do my face first, you kind of feel more put together looking
Yeah,
already.
yeah.
So like, oh, I don't need much.
Makes me feel better about
makeup.
myself.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do some black liner. We might do shadow, actually. So we'll go into this Tati palette again. She has a good black. And we're going to go ahead and tightline Carly's eyes today. Let's do this brush. Okay. So we're going to do black. I'm going to have Carly look down, and I'm just going to kind of lift your lid a little bit. And I'm going to press this black shadow right in between all of your lashes. Your lashes are pretty thick.
Thank you.
Have you been using a serum?
No, it's
No?
probably because I haven't been doing my makeup.
Oh, well, perfect. They've been like all healthy.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Helps them out a little bit.
No, it totally does. I feel like lashes are like so sensitive.
They
like they do. Like if
are.
you give them a break. Have you not been
Yes.
doing mascara?
No, I
Yeah.
mean, if I have something to do, but
Right.
for the most part, no. Just staying at home makeupless.
Go ahead and look this way. Yeah, I feel like I noticed that too. The mascara will just, I don't know if it dries them out or what.
I don't know. It's like,
This way for me. Good.
Up.
Perfect. I feel like waterproof mascara will really dry them out. Have you used,
yeah.
do you use waterproof ever? Look this way.
No, not really. I mean, if I'm in a wedding or something like
Yeah,
that.
when it's a must.
Yeah, yeah. I
Right.
have it, but I don't really use it.
Go ahead and close for me. So when you do tight lining like we did on Carly, tight lining is when you just do a liner in between the lashes coming from underneath. It just really defines the eyes. Makes them look really pretty, and it's kind of a good cheater way. So when you use powder like this, it's much faster than an actual liner because it's automatically blending itself. Like it's pre-blending, if you will. Like if you go in with a gel liner or a liquid liner, you have a sharp line, but if you go in with a brush and powder, it's gonna be diffused and soft. And then you don't have to blend it yourself. You don't have to go back in and blend it. So usually if I'm doing like a gel liner, I'll usually top it with the powder to kind of soften it up a little bit, but when we do it this way, you don't need to do that. The only reason I wouldn't do like a powder liner is if you're doing it for like an event or you need it to last all day. The powder doesn't have as much longevity as a cream product, but okay, gorgeous, looking good already. Actually, I need to do one little thing. Go ahead and look at the brush for me and follow it this way and hold your eye right there. Perfect.
It moved when you moved.
No, you're good. You're totally good. My sister, when I do her makeup, my little sister, she'll watch the brush come at her and she goes cross-eyed. It's the funniest. She does it every time, and I always laugh at her. I'm like, are you trying to be funny? Yeah. No, everyone does that. It's so funny. You're totally good. Okay, so this might be all we do for the eyes. I might smoke out the outer corner a little bit, but I'm loving how soft this looks. If you want to smoke out the outsides a little bit, you can use like a darker brown out here, but first we'll do the lashes to see how we feel. I like to do that. Sometimes the lashes add a lot of intensity, so if you're in a hurry or you want kind of more of a softer look, I would be so quick with your eyes. I would just use like one color in the crease, like before we used two, but you could just use one. And then I would put on a lash or do your mascara and see, because it kind of changes it up. And then you can add a little bit of intensity if you want after. So we are gonna use, these are the Kiss lashes. These are in the style Jubilee. These have been my favorite lately. I've been using these on almost everybody. They're just really good. I'll hold these up by Carly's face so you guys can see. So they are a slight cat eye. I had pulled this one off to size match it on her. They're a little bit longer in the corner, and what I really like about them is you can see they alternate between like a thicker band and a thinner band, so they look more fluffy, more wispy. So first we're gonna curl Carly's lashes. I'm gonna have you look forward. Have you had anyone else curl them before?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say it's kind of weird. Does that pinch at all?
No.
Okay. I like to curl before, unless, does that pinch?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I curl before too.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of locks it into place.
Yeah.
If you curl first.
Mine clump up if I do it after.
Really?
Yeah.
Have they ever got stuck to the thing?
That's not a makeup artist.
I've done that on myself, never on a client, because I feel like I'm very gentle with like my clients and my models.
Yeah.
But you know when it's yourself and you're just going to town, you're in a
Yeah.
hurry.
Yeah.
I've totally like curled my lashes after mascara, and it's like, oh my gosh.
I
stuck.
just skip it. If I forget, I'm like, there's no way I can
You're
do this
no.
now.
You can. You just have to be so gentle. It's not worth it. Like we said, the lashes are like finicky. If they get pulled out, it's like
Yeah.
sometimes they don't grow back.
Yeah. Need all of them.
I know. Save the lashes. The lashes.
Yeah.
I know. Save the lashes. They're important. Even if you want fake lashes, like if you're into lash extensions, but you don't have enough of your natural lashes, like they can never be as thick. That's why I love the lash serums. Because I feel like they really do. They keep them long and they kind of keep them healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they don't grow more lashes than you have, but if you, like, not you, because you are careful with yours, but if someone has damaged their lashes and you do the serum really quick, they'll grow back. Okay, so we just wait about 40 seconds for this to dry. Do you do fake lashes ever?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, for like going out or something like that.
Events, pictures, weddings.
Go ahead and look down for me. They're the best for pictures.
Yeah, they make your face look better.
Mm-hmm, they're so pretty.
Sorry.
No, you're totally
Try
good.
not to blink.
No, you're so good. You can blink if you need to. It won't mess it up. Just don't stay closed.
Okay.
Probably when I get impatient with the glue and I go in a little bit too soon. That's the worst part of putting on. No, you're good. If you water, you're okay. I'm going to clean you up with a Q-tip so it doesn't bother your eyes. Go ahead and look up. Do you need to stay? Is it bothering your eyes at all? If you need to close,
No.
you can close. Okay.
I'm okay.
Maybe
now.
look down. I think it will kind of help. I'll fan you.
Okay.
You can feel bougie. I have an actual fan. We'll dry them. I'm actually going to pull it off and re-put glue on it.
Okay. Did I water too much?
You're good. I think I went in a little bit before it was dry.
Okay.
The watering kind of like reactivates the glue.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, you're so good. Well, actually, let's do skin and we'll come back to your eyes.
Okay.
We'll give them a little break. I feel like once eyes start watering,
I know.
they just need a break. No, it's good. It's like how they keep themselves safe. We don't want stuff in the eyes. Okay, and we're live, guys, so I'm going to pull up the chat on my phone, and you guys can say hello. If you have any questions, you can ask them. I'm going to pull it up and then let it load, and we'll come back. There you are. Perfect. Oh, good. You guys are saying the sound is good. I'm so glad. Oh, and Angelique says, hi, beautiful model. And she says, that hair, hard eyes, right?
It's a lot of hair.
Pretty. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, Lena. All right. Hello, everyone. Okay. Let's go on to face. So we're going to use NARS foundation today. This is a good foundation for every day if you are a foundation lover, because it's like light to full coverage. You can build it to your preference. And does Carly not have the best skin, you guys?
Oh
it's
my
so
gosh.
pretty. You have like no pores. She was telling Kelly and I, she's like not into it, and we're like, it's so good though.
And I got a pimple before I came to see you.
Oh my gosh, no, you look great.
Thank
No,
you.
you really do. It's like very smooth. You have a very even texture.
Thank you. I got micro needling.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked. Where did you do it?
I go to the treatment in Claremont, and they're amazing, and it doesn't hurt at all.
Really?
Yeah, they numb you. It's scary because of how you look, but it's not actually scary getting it done.
I'm gonna have to get their info for me before you leave, because I've been looking into it, because it's supposed to help with like pore, like texture and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Do you have to do a bunch of treatments?
They recommended 4 for me, and I've done 2, so I want to do 2 more.
Could you tell a big difference?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did you notice?
If I get a breakout, it stays on my face forever, and so there was just a lot of leftover like red marks on my face, and they were pretty faint, but getting the microneedling like really helped them go away. So I liked it, and then the smoothness, like my makeup, I feel like goes on better now.
Have you ever been dermaplaned? Do you know what that is?
No, okay, yes, I know what that is, and it scares me because they like shave your hair off, and like, is it gonna grow bigger? I'm terrified.
No, understandably so. No, no, it's so amazing. I've had it done before, but it's not legal in California.
What?
I know. Every state boards in every state are different, and there will be random little things that they're like weird about.
Mm-hmm.
But so for those of you that don't know, dermaplaning, you get it done from your esthetician. Usually people do it as part of a facial, and they use a straight razor and they shave your entire face. And so like all the little, like we all have like a layer of like, it's called vellus hair, like the blonde hairs on your face, and you don't notice it. Like nobody notices it, but when it's gone, it's like you have a baby's face. Like your skin is so soft, your makeup goes on so smooth, and it kind of exfoliates you really gently. It's amazing.
It's illegal.
It's so good. Yeah. You might, depending on like, if you're like a nurse practitioner, working esthetician or something like that, you might be able to, but with an aesthetics license, you're not able to do it. I know because my one of my really good friends is an esthetician. I get my facials from her, and I'm like, please sterile clean me. Like, I'm your friend. I won't tell. Apparently, I'm telling YouTube.
I know.
But I'm like, I won't tell anyone. And she's like, no. And I'm so sad.
That's crazy, because I think, I don't want to give anybody up, but I've seen that. Like,
okay, tell me after.
Okay.
That's so funny.
That is funny.
I want it. In fact, we go to Utah like pretty often because that's where my family's from, and you can get it done there. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to cheat on my facialist just so I can be dermaplaned.
No, we'll talk after.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you after, because I think in Utah even I could perform it because I have my cosmetology license. So like,
you know how?
Yeah. So I'm like, maybe I will go. I will take a class because obviously I want to do things right. I'm not like a hack. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'll go learn and then I'll just do it to myself. But I'll ask you after. I'm excited. Okay. It's really awesome. But it doesn't grow back thicker. But
that scares me.
I know. I remember people saying that about your leg hairs, but I feel like when you start shaving, they do grow back thicker. But I don't know if it's like the act of shaving or because it's like kind of that time in your life where they would become darker anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember always being nervous about that, but it's too amazing. I don't care. I'll just get it done all the time.
Maybe I will now too. At an undisclosed location.
Yeah. We don't know where.
I can't see.
And there might be levels, like if you know of someone that does it, like it might be fine. I don't know. I just know, like, I don't know what I know. Maybe there's in certain scenarios it's okay. There's kind of like a loophole for everything.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, we're gonna do some under eye concealer once I found my brush. This is the It Cosmetics brush. It's like a fluffy domed synthetic brush, and it's so great for under eye concealing. So we're just gonna brighten up a little bit. So we just did like a light layer of foundation today. We didn't do anything too crazy, just to kind of even everything out.
Hide my pimple.
No, you're totally good. I feel like our faces just know when we're going to be on camera or something, and they're like, here's the breakout. But yours is totally tiny. I like wouldn't have noticed it if you didn't say.
Thank you. Thank you for making me feel better.
No, it's like nothing. That happens to all my brides too. Like I'll see they'll have perfect skin, and in the morning, did that happen to you?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Me too.
Yes.
It's like just one stressed little guy.
It was like right in the middle of my forehead too. You couldn't hide it.
Oh man.
I know.
Because you can't. It's funny, like when you do really young people's makeup, they're like, okay, cool, make it like erase it, and you can cover it up, like you can make it the same color, but you can't like make the bump go down with makeup.
Actual bump.
But the good thing is, like, I'm sure, like in photos, you don't see it, and that's like the memories.
Yeah.
Like,
good photographer.
It's totally fine. Yeah. Everyone though, every single bride. I don't think I ever had a bride that wasn't like, oh, I got a breakout last night.
Perfect skin. Because there's so much stress that goes into that.
So crazy. Did you get married recently?
No, in 2016.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to set everything. Do you get oily?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
Like T-zone or kind of everywhere?
T-zone.
T-zone, okay. We'll just lightly powder you. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is fantastic. I just love this powder. I've been experimenting with other brands, and this one does a really great job of mattifying the skin, and it also, the longevity of it is really good too. feel like some powders are great in the moment, and then they kind of like, the oil will seep through. And Laura Mercier, so for the longest time, this is the translucent powder, so you can use it on all skin tones, even though it looks kind of white in the thing, but it does have like a brightening effect. So they just released one, I think it's called Caramel, and it's more of like a warmer, like caramely tone. And I haven't picked it up yet, but I'm excited to try it. I feel like it'd be really good for deeper skin tones, or for like a glow, if you wanted to add more glow and have no brightening. So that would be cool. Okay, so one thing I like to do if I'm in a hurry and I still want to have like a little bit of contouring and shape to the face is I love to just grab a powder. I love cream contouring. You guys will see me do that a lot, and I feel like you can really get in there and sculpt the face, and I actually don't think it takes too long or is too difficult. But if you are just for every day, want it to be super quick, powder is the way to go for sure. So this is the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. And this one's really a great color for the majority of people. Do you like bronzer? Mm-hmm. Do you?
Yeah, I actually have that one and then one from Tarte.
Is it the Princess, the Park Avenue Princess?
Yes, yeah, I like that one.
I've heard that one's good. I haven't tried that one yet, but I might get it.
It has a shimmer in it.
Do you follow Cara Lauren on Instagram?
Yes, I love her.
She's like the cutest, and
so
she did her makeup the other day, and she uses that. I'm like, oh, I should probably buy it.
Yeah. I never knew if it was Cara or Cara. It's Cara?
I think it's Cara. Okay. I actually did the hair for, she had a swimming suit line like back in the day, and I did the hair for like her campaign.
Really?
I didn't meet her. She wasn't there.
Oh
it was
my
like
gosh,
another
I was
model.
Like, what? How fun.
Actually, do you watch Queer Eye?
No.
There's a guy named Tan France on it, and he was like her designer, like he worked with her. Mm-hmm. So he was like, he wasn't at the shoot, but he Skyped in and he said her name. I think he said Cara. So I think that's her name.
She was one of the first people I started following on Instagram, I think.
Yeah, she's so cute.
She is cute.
I saw her in Hawaii. I didn't go say
you
hi,
did?
but I saw, yeah.
Oh my
gosh. At the same time.
I wouldn't have either. I'm way too shy.
I would feel way weird.
Staring, though,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. She's like super beautiful, so it's kind of hard just not to stare. Anyways, it's like, how are you so pretty?
I know, she is really pretty.
She was there with her kids. We like got shaved ice, and they had shaved ice, so we were like sitting outside eating it. I'm like, wait, she looks familiar. You know how you see somebody, you're like, do I know them? Like, but then it was kind of funny to see like behind this, like she's like filming her kids, and then that's like her, like she was making stories, and it's just funny to see people like make their stories and then watch their show. Anyways,
that is really cool.
But she uses that bronzer, so I'm sure
it's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
So I'm kind of using this as blush too. So we will go in. I love cream blushes, but if you get a little bit oily, sometimes for everyday, I would actually just use a powder. So we're going to use Melba by MAC. This is such a beautiful shade. This is like a staple. Like I have to have a fresh Melba blush. It's just a really good go-to, especially when you do like warmer tones like this. It has sort of a peachy undertone, but it's not orange at all. I would say it's like a peachy pink. You can kind of see when I put it on her cheeks. So it blends really, really nicely with the bronzer. So what I did for Carly is I contoured her with the bronzer, but I also brought it up onto her cheekbones to kind of act as like a blush. So when you're doing contouring, you obviously go like in the hollows of the face, but when you're bronzing, you want it to be where the sun's gonna hit. So you would go kind of up on the cheekbones, down the forehead, on the nose. So I did sort of a bronzing contour combo. So when I explain things and chat with my model and stuff like that, it obviously takes a little bit longer than it would every day, but this was kind of like my go-to look on myself for a while, and it's like a 15-minute look, like even with the lashes, it's very quick. Like I said, if you have just use minimal colors, like we only use 2 colors on her eyes, and you just have sort of your go-to products, it's very quick. Even though it's like, for some people, maybe it would be a lot of makeup, especially where we do the lashes. Say hello to the chat. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them. Sometimes my chat doesn't load, so Kelly will let me know if I miss anything. Okay, so let's go back to the eyes, and we'll do the lashes, and then we'll do a glow. So,
okay.
There. I'll let it dry completely this time properly. Okay, so I like to use the Duo glue. I usually use the clear one. Or no, this is Callus. I like Duo too, but I generally use Callus because it dries a little bit quicker than Duo. And like I demonstrated earlier, I'm quite impatient for my glue to dry. So we'll do this one. And clear is my go-to. I have the black and I have the clear, but clear is the go-to because you never know if somebody's eyes are going to water. And if they do water with the black, it's going to get messy. But if it waters with the clear, you just have to make sure there's no tackiness left over because that's uncomfortable, but it's not going to mess up your eyeshadow. So I love, yeah, we'll try it round 2. It'll be fine. I love lashes though, honestly, for day to day. Like if you use a pair that's pretty easy to throw on. For me, it's quicker than mascara because I don't know how you are with yours, but I like to do like 5 coats and then I have to separate them. I feel like it takes like 5 or 10 minutes. So sometimes just throwing on a lash is quicker, depending. Okay, almost dry enough. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and look down. And you can totally blink if you need to. It's much better. So when you're checking for your tackiness, it's really easy to see with the clear actually, is because when you put the clear on, it's white and sort of bluish, but as it dries, it turns less white, more blue, and sort of starts to disappear. And that's when you know, like, see how easy that went on? It's because I was more patient and I put it on at the right time, but it should just adhere really easy. And she still needs to be careful. She can blink, but I'm not going to have her close her eyes yet. But it's with the clear, it's really easy. You just look at it. Sometimes I'll go in before it's like, because there's kind of like a sweet spot. If you wait too long, it's game over and you have to pull off the glue and put on new glue. Like once it's too dry, there's no helping it. But if you put it on when it's a little bit too wet, you can kind of hold it against the eyes with the tweezer and it will dry and set, and that's totally fine. And that works on a lot of people, but if the eyes get watery at all, you have to start over. But not your fault, my fault. So we'll let this dry. So Kiss Jubilee, so we don't have a P&G for Kelly to put up, but Kiss Jubilee is like such a good go-to lash. They're going to look good when you go glam. They're going to look good when you go natural. So this is what's on Carly. Another really good one is Ardell Demi Wispies. Those are more natural than this. They're a similar shape, similar style. They're just not as fluffy. So those ones are really great. Those are a good wedding lash. Like for a time when the style was very, very natural for brides and bridesmaids, that was like my lash for all the bridesmaids. That's a good lash. I love Red Cherry 43 if you have hooded eyes. They're a little bit longer, so they make your eyes look bigger. Those are a good everyday lash. So I highly recommend everybody find an everyday lash that you can just throw on if you want to feel a little cute, but don't want to be too fancy. And this size is good too because on most people, you don't have to trim it much. And that honestly saves a lot of time when you don't have to trim the lash and measure it. Especially the Demi Wispies that I said, you pretty much never have to trim these. These sometimes I'll trim a little. Okay. How are you feeling? Good. Good. Better? Yeah. But look how pretty it made her eyes. Like, they're just magical. I am such a lash girl. I love the lashes. Okay, so those are on. Let's highlight you. We're going to do a mix. We're going to use, this is the Dior Backstage Glow Palette. This is super good. We are going to mix that with the Hourglass. So this is the Hourglass Ghost Palette. It has a combo of all the ambient lighting powders. So this is really good when somebody has a really smooth skin texture like you do.
Thank you.
But you can get a little bit oily. Powders are so good. So I like to do a cocktail of different powders because powders are super quick and then they have much more longevity. So we're going to go in with this guy and we're going to go ahead with this entire top rows. These are the ambient lighting powders and this one's a little bit more of a highlighter. So the highlighter is just more intense and we can put these everywhere, and because they're a powder, they're going to have good longevity if you do a cream highlighter, like cream highlighters were really popular for a while because they were cool to see in like the Instagram videos and stuff when people would like pour the liquid on their face.
Yeah.
But they don't hold up as well. They tend to get really patchy. They're pretty, but I really only use them for photo shoots and stuff like that if we're doing like a really dewy, glowy sort of a look. And then that palette, Hourglass, has really great bronzing powders. So we're going to use some of those too. So when you want more of an all-over glow, I'll bronze with the matte powder and then I'll top it with this glowy bronzer. And it is so pretty. And this one you can use like how I did the bronzer sort of on her cheeks as a blush almost. That one's good for that. And I really like the bronze like on the tip of the nose. I feel like that's cute. You have a lash lifting. I'm going to glue it down in a little bit. Yeah.
I can't even feel it.
You can't feel it?
No.
Good. Perfect. It can be uncomfortable when it lifts. Okay. So this is how I touch up lashes. So if it's lifting like that and I don't want to pull it off, I'll take my tweezers and I'll put the glue on the end. Because these tweezers were sanitized. So if it's you can take the lash brush and just paint on the glue. But on a client, for those of you that are makeup artists, I wouldn't ever use the brush on somebody's eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use the back of my tweezers and just get the glue on those lashes again. A lot's lifted, so we might have to pull it off, but I'm gonna flip it and do the other side. Go ahead and look down. You can actually close. Yeah, I'll have you stay closed until this dries so it doesn't flop around. So we have glue on there, so we're going to watch that while it dries. And then we're going to go back and do more highlighting on her face. So now that we have the Hourglass Lighting Ambient palette on, it's a very like low shine highlight. So it's very natural. So sometimes this is enough. If you want more of a glow, the Dior palette is very, very glowy. So I like to mix a couple of these. I like to mix the white, gold, and pink together. The pink is actually a blush, but sometimes I'll add a little bit in. And then you just really lightly want to top it because it's like uber glowy, which is so beautiful. I really love pink in my highlighters. I love it when they have like a hint of a pink tone. I feel like it complements most skin tones well. I think when people get highlighters, they tend to gravitate towards very gold ones because you kind of want to be bronzy and gold. I love when they have a pink in them, or sometimes I'll mix like a pinky color. Okay, I'm gonna go back in, check on these lashes. They're looking good. So actually open for me and then look down. So the reason I have her open and not closed is just so the glue, sometimes when people close their eyes, the glue, the pressure of the skin will kind of make the glue diffuse and then it can get in the eyes or get your eyelashes stuck, which is not comfortable. Okay, we're gonna go back to the Dior palette. I'm gonna size down to a cute little baby brush and we're gonna highlight her nose. Did you do the nose highlight ever?
No, I'm not brave enough.
When you do it this way, it's like pretty natural. When you do it with like a cream or something like that, it's a little more intense. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a pencil brush and we're gonna highlight the inner corners of the eyes. So we're doing mostly the white color in the Dior palette, but I'm mixing it a little bit with the gold because I don't want it to be too white. But I like sort of a pop of shimmer on the inner eye. I think it's pretty. Okay, look down for me. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and add a shimmer, like a light shimmer on her lid. We'll see what, this is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. And her shimmers are really pretty. They might be a little too dark. Maybe we'll mix with, because I want it to be sort of like a lighter shimmer. We might do the Tati palette. Actually, I'll show you one of her sequin shades. We'll do that. Good, it's staying. Okay. Like, oh no, this lash. I never have lash problems. Today, lashes aren't loving me. Okay. So the Tati palette, for those of you guys that have not seen it before, what she did when she made this palette was she did the 6 different shades, and then going up this way, they're different textures, which is kind of cool. So you have matte, sequin, metallic, and glitter, which is cool. But the row I really like is sequin. It sort of like has a really finely milled sparkle to it, but they're matte shadows. So they're matte shadows with like a sparkle in it. And this one, the Aura row, this like really light one, has really pretty sort of pink shimmery sparkles in it. They're like tiny little baby glitters. Go ahead and close for me. And I think they're really, really pretty on the lid. It's just kind of like a cool texture, because like I said, it's kind of matte, but it has that shimmer and they're fun. So we'll do that. Go ahead and open. Love it. So, and then we could top that with a little bit of shine if we want. We'll do the same shade, and we'll go one row up. And we'll do, this is the metallic row. Go ahead and close. So maybe right by her lash line, we'll do that metallic, so she has a little bit of shimmer. So the metallic's more shiny and the sequin's more glittery. Okay, go ahead and open. Very pretty. All right, to lock in the lashes, I always do mascara. So we will do, this is the Too Faced mascara. This one's a good one. Okay, so we'll just go in and do a light layer. I like to do this because it blends, go ahead and look down for me. It blends the natural lashes into the extensions, the false lashes. It just makes them more comfortable. They feel more like your own lashes. Depends on the person. Some people, it's like the false lashes totally don't even faze them, and some you sort of have to do extra things to make them comfortable. But generally, if you glue them on correctly and then you do this step, they should be very comfortable once they're dry. Look up for me. How are they feeling? Good. Good. And I like to hit, do you do mascara on your bottom?
Yes, I do.
Me too.
I've tried it without, and it just doesn't look done to me.
Yeah, I agree. On most people, I really like it. Just sort of puts like a pretty shadow under the eyes. I feel like it makes them look bigger.
Yeah, me too.
And sometimes, like, we tight line on the upper lash line. Sometimes I'll tight line on the bottom. And I think that's really pretty. So you can blink a couple times.
Sorry.
No, you're totally good. And then I'll have you look up again. Okay. And look up again. I'm just going to kind of clean under. Is there a pretty lash on you? I like them.
Thank you.
I'm just going to clean up the little tear duct area. I generally do, when I tight line, I bring it down into the tear duct area because I like the shadow there. I think it's really pretty. It pretty much always, though, when you do that, is going to transfer to the lower lash line, which I still like. I feel like it kind of outlines the eyes and it's really pretty. But sometimes it can get a little smudgy, which some people like, some people don't. I'm going to clean it up. And then I am going to do, we're just going to smudge a little bit of shadow under the eyes. I'll kind of show you a little tight lining trick. So what I'm going to do for under the eyes is take a little smudge brush, and we're going to go in with a dark brown. This is in the Tati palette too. It's just the darkest brown. I'm going to have you look up, and we're just going to touch your lash line. A little bit of a shadow under there. Perfect. So that just kind of smoked the eye out. Alright, let's go ahead and do lips. You said you wear more nudes, right? Or do you do more pinky colors?
Yeah, pinky.
Pinks. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done the Pillow Talk, the Charlotte Tilbury color?
No, I've been wanting to.
That one's really, do you want to try it?
Yeah.
That one's really pretty. Yeah, we'll do that one on you today.
Okay.
Let me grab my liners. I have her liner, her Pillow Talk liner is my absolute favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have it up here though, but we'll do. Let's do this one. Nope, not that one. Let's do this one. This is Subculture by MAC. This is a really good liner. It's just a very classic sort of nude. It's similar in tone to the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk liner. It's just probably not quite as pink. Pillow Talk's a pretty color. It looks good on everybody.
Yeah, I see a lot of people using it.
Yeah. So on some people it pulls a little mauve, and that's the only time I don't like it, but and I like liners. I generally will use the liner first, but you can skip it, especially with Charlotte Tilbury's her formulas. They're more matte, and so they're very long wearing, so they work good if you're not a liner person, which I know everybody's not, especially if you don't want to you want to skip a step in your makeup to make it go faster. Skipping the liner is probably a good one to skip. So her formulas are nice. Okay, so I mostly just outline and then I'll fade it in a little bit. And then we'll grab, I have everything depotted, but we have Pillow Talk in here. So we'll go ahead and do that today. Such a good bridal color. I've been using it on so many brides. You're gonna be so fancy. Are you gonna do anything after this?
Thinking about it, no.
There's nowhere to go.
Figure something out.
This color, it was good that we went with the blush that we did, because sometimes because like I said, it's peach, but it has a little bit of pink in it, and this is more of a pink lipstick than like a peachy nude. A lot of times on people, when I'm doing someone's makeup for the first time and I haven't decided like what lip color is going to look good on them, I'll do the lipstick first, and then I'll go ahead and do the blush after. It depends. I know the tones of like the lipsticks I have. I know the undertones. So if I do blush first, then I obviously know what lip colors will look good. But it's kind of a good tip if you like to play around with different blush tones to pick your lip color first. A lot of times lately though, I've been doing the cream blush, which I love. But you have to generally do that first, because I usually do lips last. And once you set the face, you don't want to go in with the cream blush. It would get all patchy and weird. You can, but you have to be careful. Yeah, this is a good shade on you. I feel like you're going to want to own it after.
I probably am, yeah.
That's what all the models do. They're like, when we're done filming, they're like, okay,
what
well,
did you
you've
use?
done everything for me. And then they'll message me and be like, I just went to Sephora and got everything.
Yeah, that's going to be me.
Sephora was having a sale. I don't know if it's still going on, but it was like their welcome back sale.
Mm-hmm.
If you spent $100, I think you got 20 off. It might be yesterday, might have been the last day, but if it's still going on, maybe today when I link all the products for you guys, I'll link them on. So I'll check if their sale's going on. If it's on, I'll link everything at Sephora.
That might be where I go after this.
Yeah,
that might be my event.
Are they open now?
I think so.
Yay! Yeah,
I know Ulta is.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Gorgeous. Let me see what you look like on camera. Let's do a little more blush. Okay. So pretty. I usually, when we're done, I'll usually add more blush and more highlight because I feel like you can kind of step back and see how everything's looking. And then we'll show you. We'll do the big reveal. So we took a before video. So we'll go ahead and play that. We had done the brows though before that because we didn't do the before video as early as we usually do. So the brows are on, but everything else is before. And then we'll go ahead and show Carly. If you guys have any questions, drop them now because it takes them a little bit to load. Okay, someone said the brush and the bronzer brush look good. I hope you still do the brush video. Yes, I'm sorry. We had a brush video that we did live, and it was one of the only times our live streams were really, really glitchy, so I had to delete the video. So I will. It is on my filming list, so we will probably be doing a brush video again soon. Oh, and then everyone's saying you're gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Your model looks gorgeous. I love this look. Her eyes are perfect. Yeah, you're just getting compliments. I know, she's so pretty.
So nice.
Okay, are you ready to see?
You. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it is pretty.
You look so pretty.
It's the makeup. It's not me.
No. You're so beautiful.
Oh,
see how your eyes
you.
look more gold with like the bronzy tones?
Yeah.
It looks super pretty.
Crazy. It is so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you for modeling for me. You're so great. And thank you guys for tuning in. We will be live again. We're switching up our filming schedule a little bit. So now that school started and stuff like that. So we may be live tomorrow, but for sure next Monday. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.